TXB Pro Season 4. That's a lot of numbers being thrown at you right there. Now, just set my controller up correctly. There we go. Put the headset on so that I can hear the gameplay, and we are good. We are good. Right. Oh, my headphone cable is dodgy. There we go. That's it. All right, so blue team are defending first. They are going to ban first, and they're going to ban Jackal. Now, he has been banned a couple of times this season. Not as much as Kaid, but more than Mirror. More than Mirror. Jackal. Good ban. Villa, a map where a roam game can come in very strong, especially considering the basement, which very few people actually ever bother to check. So having Jackal off the board is really good for roamers on most maps, but Villa is especially good for it because of the possibilities here. There's so many rooms and so many places for roamers to hide away. Thatcher's going to get banned by Fragile. No huge surprise. Most banned operator. In fact, the only operator to be banned in every single game this season. And tonight, that trend does continue. Mirror's going to be taken off the board, so her numbers are going to boost up a little bit. Let's see who's going to be taken out of play on defense by Avenger Gaming. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see the likes of an Echo, a Maestro, maybe a Valkyrie, or a Kaid. And it is Kaid, just as I say it, Kaid. Okay, so Kaid is, I think he's actually the most banned defender right now. I think, looking at it, I'm pretty sure he's the most banned defender, if I remember rightly from the stats. So, okay, very interesting. Very interesting. Let's bring up the bits and pieces at the top. If you are new to the stream and don't know what the numbers next to the team logos are, the hashtag 8 and the hashtag 6 are basically the team's current position on the standings. Now, Aviator and Games is going to be the first site to get played. No huge surprises here. It's every team's favorite site to go to typically. Sometimes you get a dining room to throw it off, but Aviator and Games is going to be the standard one that most teams will go to. The Nook is going to get 6th pick for Sledge, and that's a really good pick if the opposing team is playing downstairs, but when they're playing upstairs, I'm not sure his utility is really that useful. So it's going to be more about the gun and the grenades, I think, more than the soft destruction. Let's see what kind of setup we are going to get coming out from Avenger here as we start on defense. I expect to see a fairly standard setup. Now, when we watch... Oh, no, it was Alpenfest stuff. It wasn't Avenger that we watched last week. It was Alpenfest stuff. Hey, Eback, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for coming and joining us. I do always like to see you in the stream. Nice to see the subsystem working smoothly, says the real Mrs. 2. Yes, it's very often where teams have troubles with subs. But the one thing I do like about our German teams is they are so damn efficient. When there's... They keep up with everything. When there's an issue, the Germans are there, they're on it. They do not mess around, and they're very polite as well when they're communicating with you. So I do enjoy our German teams. I'm not saying English teams aren't like that. Some are like that, but not all. Our German teams do put quite a few English teams to shame when it comes to organization and efficiency. I will say that much. I will say that much. So, AVR Tanjiro, going to be roaming around over here in Statuary, waiting for players to come. Oh, Kundi's going to claim the first life, though. That's going to be Cyclone. How did Kundi get one so quickly? As he starts to vault his way in, following Ash, who no doubt they've got intel. It's standard here to send 2 drones around, one over this side, and then the frags just push in behind those drones, and that's exactly what Kundi and Fletch have done, as Cody is going to follow along with Buck. So we're doubling down hugely on the self-destruction here, having Buck and Sledge on the board, but a grenade from Boom is going to take down Zroni, and Fragile have taken the early lead here. Players shouldn't be dying to grenades when Jaeger is on the board. That much is for sure. Tanjiro, being the sub, needs to step up his work here with his teammates and do a little bit better. Now, Drone is going to give intel here to Cody, who is going to do a lot of damage to AVR Looney, but he's going to back out and drop down behind that little gambling table, and he's not going to take any more damage from Buck. But as Buck peeks round, he does take a load of bullets, but in the meantime, he also manages to get the pick onto Tanjiro. But 2 quick refrags coming out from Looney here as he takes down Fletch and one other. There is a C4 kill as well, as Rookie and Looney are the last 2 players standing. Plant is going down in a pretty default spot, but it can't get denied due to the player in the doorway as Kundi, with a grenade of his own, is going to send it out. And oh, Smoke just cannot get away from that one. And round number 1 does go to Fragile in a fairly convincing manner. I don't think Diffuse was planted. No, it wasn't. Unfortunate for... who was in planting? Was it Boom? Was Boom planting? Tempera. I think it was Tempera. So, unfortunate for him. Was it Tempera? Was he alive? Yes, he was. It was Tempera, I think. As he started to plant, he didn't get his 100 points. Denied the 100 points. We don't like to see it. Trophy and Statue is going to be the next site to go to. Avenger aren't going to try the same site twice. They're going to mix it up a little bit. Tanjiro is going to 6-pick off that Vigil and go onto Wamai. They're going to double down on that grenade capture utility at the moment, which I think makes sense. We see a lot of grenades being brought to the table by attack. We've got Iana, we've got Sledge, and that's it for grenades, actually, as we look at it in this round. But still, 2 grenades was enough to take out 2 players of AVR in the last round, so it makes sense to bring that extra denial. As we also see a 6-pick from Cody, who is going to be bringing the IQ. Going to leave his drone back here. He's going to be coming in from the Ruin side, obviously. Fletch probably coming in from Ruin side. Tempera coming in from Fountain. Kundi probably coming in from Fountain. Boom also... Oh, looks like he's going to be coming in from Fountain, but possibly making his way through from the basement. Or he just wants to watch for a cheeky spawn peek. It's quite common to come down there and do a little spawn peek through that doorway as you run up to rappel to the roof. Default Cam gets taken out by Boom, and he is going to push in this way. And we do actually have a player downstairs. It looks like Jaeger it is. Drone is going to spot him. And pre-fires go through that doorway as Rookie knows that someone's likely to be coming in to follow up on the intel. He does a fair bit of damage to Boom, but Boom does get away with his life. There's no players trying to pinch onto Rookie here. He is going to make it away safely. And he hasn't taken any damage either, so that was a good play from Rookie. He didn't get a kill, but he's wasted some time, wasted some health. And that's all you can really ask for a roamer. You don't have to get kills. You don't have to get kills. Yeah, her in the pool probably doesn't want 4,000 things. All right, so drone is going to be used to take down that Saria gate. An unfortunate way. Oh, Zyklon with a jump out. He's going to manage to claim 1 life, but Cody's there with a refrag. That was a very bold play from Zyklon. It paid off to a degree because that's the only hard breach that's taken out of play, which does make things a little bit more different for Fragile on the attack. They're not going to be able to open up that master bedroom wall, which is very often the play. In fact, there's already a hole there anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. They can just use Ash's breaching around to finish the job. So a hard breach being taken out probably isn't that big a deal for Fragile right now, but let's see what they're going to do with Epic Tempera off the board. Diffuser has been dropped somewhere. That's just outside the window. And it looks like Cody's just going to leave it. He's going to make his way into Astro. And somehow Aruni doesn't manage to take him out. But Fletch does fall to the hands of Looney. And that puts things a little bit more even as a 3 versus 3 now. 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the clock as Cody takes some damage from Astro. Aruni getting that reload in but stands out. And then just does a quick peek and manages to finish off Cody. Looney gets one of his own, and Kundi outside, just sitting there, trying to work out now what he's going to do in a 1 versus 3. He's got no frag grenades left. Looney and Droney are low on health, so could be right for the picking here. But Tanjiro, with full health, could be the ace in the hole as Looney goes for that peek. He's going to open fire, but he's not going to hit the target. He knows he's in closet. Kundi shows his face, and Droney takes it off. Well played to Avenger for turning that round around, as they put 1 on the board and even things out with the 1-1 at the end of round number 2. Now let's see if we can get replays to work today. We had some problems with them at the end of last week. Let's see if they work today, shall we? Let's see. No. Oh, I just don't know. I just don't know why they're not working. All right, let's kill that. Let's head back. We will not play replays in the game today. I will work out what's going wrong with them. I will work out what is going wrong with them. Let's move those to one side and save those for later. All right, now, Dining Room and Kitchen is going to be the site to get played. We're not going to see AVR try to tackle Aviator and Games again. Not just yet. They're going to go downstairs to dining room and kitchen. Let's see what they're able to do down here. Now, this is where a lot of soft destruction is going to come in useful for the attack. We can see that Sledge has been brought out to play. We've got Sophia, who might have breaching charges. We've got Ash, who probably has breaching charges instead of the Claymore. I think it's going to be more common to bring the breaching charges on Ash rather than the Claymore. We can't look at that utility. What am I talking about? We can see it at the top corner of the screen. We got 6 grenades, 3 breaching charges, 3 stuns on 1 Claymore. That Claymore either going to be in the hands of Ash or Zofia. We'll find out in a moment as we launch into the game. And there we go. We can see that Hibana has got the stun grenades, which means that the Claymore is likely to be in the hands of Ash. I don't know, because... yeah, there we go. All right, Claymore is in the hands of Zofia, which is what I thought. Breaching charges on Ash. You know, it says we've got 6 grenades. But we don't have 6 grenades. We've got 2 on Iana and 2 on Sledge. How does that work? Stun grenades, we've got 3. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just done a miscount. It's just given us 6 grenades for some reason. Has there been a buff where these players get hidden grenades somehow? How confusing. Drone goes past Roni and it doesn't spot him as Zyklon takes down Kundi. But, yeah, Zroni has gone unchecked there in Laundry, and that could be a big oof for the attack as Rookie claims a life of his own. And Avenger Gaming are looking good here on this round. The first round, they fell very, very easily, but the last couple of rounds, they're doing a good job here at holding back this attack as Temper up above, looking through the holes in the floor, opened up by Sledge. Boom is going to claim the life of Rookie, though. Player down below is seen, but Zroni is going to get there first. 4 versus 2, with Boom just outside sight. Fletch up above. Diffuser is in the hands of Fletch now. Spotted on that default cam, which gets taken down very quickly. Pre-fire's going out through the wall, but they're not going to do any damage. Fletch has the utility here to take out these castle barricades, which is exactly what he's going to do. Sounded like a Gon 6 did it, though, rather than... I'm so confused, because that sounded like a Gon 6 rather than a breaching charge. Frag grenade goes in, but it does no damage to Zroni. Boom and Zroni stacked up here, waiting for a 1 versus 1. Boom's going to cook that second grenade. He has an idea where Zroni is. Zroni's going to back out, and he is going to fall at the hands of that grenade. Well played there to Boom, who moves his way into sight. With no grenades left, he's going to have to rely on his gun, and Fletch, who comes to back him up. Let's see if they can make this push in the last minute. Wall on the right is soft. We could get pre-fires if the intel is there, but I'm not sure it is, as Boom is going to fall at the hands of Looney. Fletch, last player standing in a 1 versus 3. What's he going to be able to do here as he spins all over the place? He manages to take down Zyklon. 2 left to go up against. C4 gets ripped, and that's going to do the job as Tanjiro takes down Fletch and puts the round in the win column for Avenger Gaming. And Fragile really struggling here in the last couple of rounds. Not looking good for them. Not looking good for them. Oh, it happens all the time, does it, eBack? I've never seen it before. Never noticed it. Never noticed it. So they put all that information up there for you, and essentially it's useless. All right. So Aviator and Games is going to be the next site to get played. Makes sense. No one ever wants to go to Library and Lounge, or Library and Reading, whatever it's called. Rookie, for some reason, 6 picking off Alibi and going on to Valkyrie instead. I mean, Valkyrie's good, but Alibi is just better. Round number 4. Aviator and Gaming is going to be the play as Trophy and Statuary and Dining Room and Kitchen are lost due to them being won by the defense. As we look at the last play days in the top left corner of the screen, Avenger lost their game last week and Fragile lost their game too, which is why these two teams are playing against each other today. I like having that little thing up there. It's nice. Let's take a look at some stats for this map from last season. We haven't played it this season, but we have played it last season, and it was won by defense 78% of the time, so 78% defensive favored map. Aviator and Games 73% defender favored. We have seen it lost once here by Avenger Gaming, so if stats mean anything, they should win the next 3 times played here, actually. Oh, no, the next 3 times they try to defend here, which technically is impossible. So, yeah. They've only got one more crack at this. Let's see what's going to happen. Zeroni playing downstairs at the main entrance, waiting for someone to push in through Art Studio. We've got no one going for spawn peaks just here. Zyklon in the basement. That's an interesting roam for Thunderbird. Rookie playing over here in Bikes, or Mudroom rather. Leaving just 2 players up on site. It's an interesting... Say 2 players on site. Tanjiro's just off site and Looney's just off site. No one actually in sight. A push through study into sight would actually see the boys and girls from Fragile doing good work here. But Boom's going to take a whole load of damage. And as he's looking at the player he's in a gunfight with, Rookie's going to come from behind him and take him down with the MP5. Not with the MP5, with the MPX. Excellently done there. To Avenger Gaming, great teamwork. Nice Valkyrie cam there from Zyklon. Is going to be watching that statuary room, giving the intel. He knows there's a player there. Ash is in, following that drone. Drone does not spot the black eye. Yellow pings go out, letting Rookie know exactly where that player is. We could see a C4 get tossed up here for the easy kills. Oh, Rookie just misses it as Cody takes one down. Oh, I was so hoping we get to see the C4 kill. That'd have been fantastic. Ideally, Rookie needed some better intel there, watching that camera for him. As Fletch just randomly firing through the doorway, hoping to get a kill. Rookie is going to take a whole load of gunfire, but it's going to be Zyklon that falls before him. That's the double kill for Cody. Let's see what he's doing downstairs as he's running around with the Commando rather than the G8. And Fragile looking good here right now as they take the lead 4 versus 3. Beautiful kill there onto Rookie, as that's the triple kill for Cody, starting to make his way upstairs. He wants to go for that ace, but he's going to look completely the wrong way. And somehow he gets the quad kill, and Ella doesn't get that pick. But Cody isn't going to get the ace because Epic Tempera comes in from the other side of the sights, and he manages to pick off Bandit as he runs round from the vault. And that is a very confident round there being taken by Fragile as we go 2-2 at the end of the first 4 rounds. Good close games. Most of these games this week should be fairly close, except maybe Wednesday's game, based on what we've seen so far. Alrighty, so Aviator in games, just not the site, it seems, for AVR. I'm expecting not to see them go back there again. Cheeky 6-pick off of Sledge onto Ying. Now that's going to be very, very important. She can be used, if she's got smoke grenades, that's going to be great for taking out the ADSs and then just blinding the site and just pushing in and getting those kills. But let's see how they choose to use her. That's kind of what you want to do. But as I was saying, Avenger very unlikely to go back to Aviator in games at this point. They've got Trophy and Statuary right now. If they lose this site, they can play it again or go to Dining and Kitchen. If they win it, they'll just go to Dining and Kitchen. Both sites they have won already, so there's no reason not to go back there. As AVR Tanjiro, the support player, is just going to stand here just looking at nothing. Baiting the attack into thinking he's a free kill. Then just as they come in, he's going to come to life and headshot 3 of them in a row. Stroni making his way upstairs as Thunderbird. They do like a big off-site presence here on AVR, as Zyklon's going to be playing downstairs. But it looks like they are actually going to be playing upstairs on site now. No, Stroni is actually going back down with Rookie in the basement, waiting for something to happen. We've got Fletch Temper. We've got 4 of them coming over from here. But no free kills for Rookie as Kundi does take a load of damage, gets into a gunfight with Zyklon through that window. Zyklon comes off worse due to the immense power of that LMG in the hands of Ying. But due to the Kona stations on the board, Zyklon is just going to get back and get himself up to pretty much full health. So in actual fact, despite the fact that Kundi came off better in the gunfight, it turns out there's actually the benefit of the defense. So well played to them. It was worth that risk, it seems. Now, 2 players getting ready to push in through Study alongside Fletch and make their way over from the south side of the map as Cody's going to pick up 2 quick frags. That's AVR just starting to lose their numbers. Cheeky little teabag there onto the default cam as another one drops on AVR, putting us in a 5 versus 2. Things not looking good for Avenger, though. We do get a kill from Looney, but Rookie's going to be the last player standing, and he's got a player coming up behind him, and he doesn't realize it, but he turns around now, and he manages to take down Kundi. Plant is going down, but it's not known by Rookie, as Boom is there waiting. He's to cover his teammate and get the kill. As Little Face pokes around the door, but I don't think we even saw him there. I don't think we even saw him. Now, did the diffuser go down? I don't think it did. It didn't. More points denied for the attackers. Makes us look even bigger fools than we are, says he back for the grenade count. Yeah, I'm sitting there talking about the number of grenades we've got, and I'm because I haven't seen it before, I'm just second guessing everything. I accidentally just opened up like all of my replays. All right, sorted it out. Dining room kitchen, no big surprise, to be honest. Sledge is going to be brought to play. He's going to be responsible for doing all the vertical destruction. We've got Fuse coming into play as well. That's obviously going to be used for taking out utility and hopefully players downstairs in the site itself. But based on what we've seen so far from AVR, I don't think we'll see that many players on site. We'll probably see at least 2 players upstairs trying to hold back the push. I'd like to see a big castle play upstairs. Now that you've got 4 barricades in the back pocket, there's so much you can do to protect sites now. Up here, you kind of want one on this doorway here, and you possibly want another one over here on this one. It depends on how you choose to play it. Depends how you choose to play it. Possibly one over here on Pig or Wolf, depending on how you look at it, if you're a lefty or a righty. But of course, all of this floor is destructible. The only bit's not destructible is this bit and this bit right here. So as long as the attackers can get in and start opening up the holes here, they have very good control over that site. The other option for the attack, of course, is to just drop in to the basement and make their way up the staircase, up the pantry stairs into the site. But they aren't doing that. They are going for the top floor play, which makes perfect sense. And we've actually got no defenders up here. They're all downstairs on the first floor. This is an interesting choice. Zroni is in completely the wrong place because no one is coming from over here. Zroni could be in... Normally, I'd say Zroni could be the ace in the hole for the defense, but in this position, he could actually be... Okay, he's starting to fall back. He could actually be a hindrance, but he is starting to make his way back. Now, yellow pings are going out. Fletch watches those Astro stairs, wondering if someone's going to be coming up for a bit of a flank. Sledge is going to open up that hatch, and Fletch looking down, waiting for someone to come up, and that is going to be Looney, as Looney does start to make his way up there, but oh no, Fletch looks away at just the wrong time. And Looney's going to get away with it as he doesn't make his way up that staircase just yet. He is going to get away with his life, not realize quite how close he was. Grenade is going to go down onto Zroni, and he is going to die. Fragile very good with their grenades here, but Fletch is going to drop at the hands of Zyklon. So 4 versus 4, things still not completely out of control for Avenger, but they do lose another one as Kundi gets that pick. Here we go. Fuse cluster charge being placed up above. We need to see the players down below scattering as Rookie is going to just move away very, very slowly as those pellets do drop. There go the hockey pucks as Temper is in, starting to drone, getting that intel. Rookie very low in health. Takes down the drone. Second drone is going to go in from Kundi as Rookie is playing on site, just waiting for someone to push in. He's got to move out of the way of any more of those cluster charges. Boomer takes down Rookie, leaving Looney all on his Tods. He's going to open fire onto one, but he's not going to be able to do the job. That's Fragile. Take the last round of the first half and manage to go into the second half with a 4 versus 2 split, which is very, very good. For Fragile, at least. Not for Avenger. I so want to play highlights, but I know deep down it's probably not going to work. FML. FML. Okay. Dining Room and Kitchen is actually going to be the first site to get played by Fragile. Now, I talked about this at the start of the game. Most teams will start upstairs in Aviator. But every now and then a team will start Dining Room and Kitchen just to throw off the attack because it is unexpected. And you can see that that might be the case here as Avenger just isn't really bringing much in the way of soft destruction for vertical plays. And this may or may not be a problem for the attack, but depending on how it works. I say that though, they've got 9 breaching charges in their pocket. Wait a minute. 2 grenades, 9 breaching charges, that's 3 stun grenades. No, that does work. Okay. No, it doesn't work. 3 operators with stun grenades, 3 operators with breaching charges, and 1 operator with grenades. We've got 7 attackers on the board, ladies and gentlemen. 7 attackers. I've come to the conclusion. No, you get 3 breaching charges. Not 2. No, so that is 3, 6, 7. Why?
10 seconds remaining.
All right, well, we'll see what they have when the game actually starts up. We've got 3 seconds and we'll find out who's actually bringing what. Boom, going to be reinforcing that little window there in bike. Now we can see the utility being brought out. We have 2 sets of stuns, 2 sets of breaching charges, and 1 set of grenades. That kind of makes sense. So it looks like maybe if 2 operators bring the same thing, it adds an extra one. Maybe that's the glitch. Maybe that's the glitch. All right, so boom, setting up the castle barricades down below. We've got Kundy playing up top, Fletch playing up top. This is what I would like to have seen coming out from Avenger. It might have made the big difference on their last round, but they chose not to. They chose not to. Let's see how this one's going to work out. The attackers do have a fair bit of soft destruction and will be able to do work from above, but not if Cody and Fletch are going to be able to allow to pick off players like this quite so easily. We do get C1 taken out of commission from Fragile, but as I said, another one drops on the side of Avenger, and, you know, we're not left with very many players here on Avenger Gaming. It's just Tanjiro and Looney in a 2 versus 4, and it's looking like this is going to be another round going in favor of Fragile here. Not what Avenger want at this point. There we go. Fletch is going to claim the life of 1. Looney, last man standing. That's the triple kill for Fletch. Air jabs are going to go down as players are starting to converge on Looney's position. We've got one around the corridor area there. Yeah, he's just pushing his way into bike now. He's going to get spotted, and that kill is going to go in the favor of Looney. Cheeky little teabag there. I think that's a rivalry between teams based on what I saw in the game channel earlier. Default camera getting shot out, but Looney doesn't have the utility needed to open up these castle barricades. Now, although castle has 4 now... Oh, wait a minute. C4 goes out, but Looney gets away with his life. Although castle has 4 barricades, they have lowered the amount of hits it takes to open them. It now takes 9 instead of 12, just in case you didn't know. Looney can take an informal tactical timeout here, go down to the basement, and Avenger can just talk about what they're going to do. Gets around the other side and is like, another castle barricade. Sees the proximity sensor. He's not going to worry about taking it out. He's just going to stand here and bait out these players. Kundy knows someone's there. He wants to look. He's looking for the feats. He's going to have to tap fire, though, if he's going to get a kill here on it, because the recoil on that gun, he's not going to get it if he goes full auto. Looney heads back downstairs. Cody just teases that doorway with a little smack as Looney just rotating around. Let's watch him here. How do we do it? There we go. That's how. What's he going to do? He's just running around, baiting for kills, talking to his team, I guess. We can easily chalk this one up to Fragile right now. We just don't know if it's going to be based on kills or time. I suspect... Oh, Temper has left the game for some reason. Interesting. Don't know if this is going to count as a rehost here. No, Looney is just running around. He's going to drop down. He's going to get into that gunfight with Cody, and Cody is going to get it. And that is a round win based on kills. We are going to rehost for Fragile. Well, we're not going to rehost. We are just going to pause. So there we go. All right. Now, it is currently 5-2. 5-2 in favor of Fragile. One of the players has had a crash. So we will go to a rehost mode, and we will be back. We will be back very shortly. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We will be here soon. ADSs and magnets just not doing what they need to do. That's the most unfortunate utility. Window gets smashed open, and Prophet gets the kill onto H8 Ulysses. That's going to find Toby. He doesn't need to push too far out. Aza knows that there's a frostmat there. Consta comes in down below, and Just Toby takes him out as he drops the hatch. What a play from Just Toby. That was absolutely brilliant. Flores drone is going to go in to take down any of these frostmats that might be sitting. No, it's not going to take out the frostmats. It's just going to walk past. Merxy, how does that happen? Just Toby gets the double kill. Nines does fall. This is a great setup. Henry 2G has been revived as he's upstairs doing all the damage he can to the floor. But C4 from Brisk Zach is going to get the double kill. That's what we love to see. That wins him. That wins him the 2-for-1 achievement. Well done to Brisk Zach. Maverick is standing far enough back. Stone is coming down. Oh, he sees the head. He knows exactly where he's gone to. He sees the head of another there. That shines Rip shines up on Bakery side. Nerdsink is going to watch that doorway. Sloth is in and planting as Henry G is coming around to join him. C4 is going to get ripped, and that's going to take down Sloth. Plant is denied. Henry 2G is the last player standing, going to pre-fire everything he possibly can, but it doesn't do any damage. That's got Zach wasting the 1C4 already. He doesn't get big. He sees the player on the air conditioning unit. He takes him down. Do you really not get the kill if you back out at this point? Alright, so MYR is going to claim the life of one at least, as Sloth was down. If that Selma goes up a little bit too high, they're not going to see that map. And Necro will just jump his way in and get caught in it. He can't see it. If he starts to push in, he's going to walk into that frost map. Easy frost map pick for his teammate. Necro does take one down. He takes two. Nursing is now down, and it's a 1 versus 1. Logic, last man standing on defense. Nines and Merxy are both up. The revive has happened, and they're both going to come around to try to get that kill, but no, Logic is there. It can be heard by Kicks, but he can't see the player. He is going to push in, but it's getting covered just a little bit too late there. As Diffuser goes down, Jack gets a double kill. 4 versus 2 in a post plant. Mac is downstairs now, and he's going to take down Pluto. Logic and Mac, last 2 players left standing. Mac's going to get the second. That's onto Jag, 2 versus 2. As Nursing has picked up Diffuser, but he does get dropped immediately, with Logic and Bison being the last 2 players left standing on the attack. Bison has site control. He's going to take down Real. And all the player there has to do, which is constant, he just has to sit here and wait. He doesn't even have to peek it. He has so much control here. He doesn't have to peek. He can just stay there. But Mertz is going to take down Necro Constant. He is going to make that peek, and he is going to take... Okay, we are back. We are going to go to Trophy and Statuary for round number 2 of the second half. This is shaping up to be fairly one-sided, and I think the prediction panel kind of saw this coming, unfortunately. Based on what we saw from Avenger last week, we were looking for more from Avenger, and they had a couple of really good rounds in the last half, but it's just not working out in the second half. Well, in fact, sorry, in the second half of the first half, and it's not working in the first half of the second half. Oh, we got the milkshake emotes in the stream. Okay, okay. 2MS, content creator for Milkshake Esports. Interesting, interesting. I'd love to do that sort of thing. I am in a team myself, and I'd like to do that sort of thing, but time is just so difficult when you're trying to run one of these league things. That's for sure. That is for sure.
10 seconds to go. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Okay, so Trophy and Statuary is the site to get played here by Fragile. Let's see what kind of setup we've got. We've got the standard triple wall reinforcement with the bandit battery stopping a push from the master bedroom. We've got the magnet there set up to take out any utility that gets thrown at that wall. Holes getting opened up in the top by Boom, ready for impact tricking from Epic Temper, who does have 2 impact grenades in his pocket. Now Zyklon starting to make his way up this staircase. Now I think I might have talked about this last week, was Zyklon was very much a just go into sight and shoot at stuff kind of player. As he does make his way up, we've got Kundi over here who is going to spot him, and Zyklon's just looking the wrong way, and he does get taken out of play by Kundi just due to a lack of awareness. Second player getting some damage done to him. That's Tanjiro. C4's going to go out, but it's not going to do the damage it needs. Tanjiro's going to keep peeking that window for some reason with low health. Kundi's going to come off better, and it's a 5 versus 3. The confidence here from Fragile is clearly building, as they are just starting to take on gunfight after gunfight without too much fear. Ace making his way towards the bathroom. Player laid down in bath. Doesn't realize this. And Zoroni could be in trouble as Mute does stand up, and with the SMG-11 he gets the pick. 2 versus 5 now, as Boom does some... tries to do some damage to the player outside the window, but he isn't going to manage it, as Rookie takes some damage himself and does fall back down to the first floor. Looney holding in closet, waiting for someone to come his way. And I thought there for a moment that Rookie was climbing up the vines like Far Cry, but he did actually have a rappel there, of course. Kundi is down and making his way across the room. The head there spotted by Rookie, and he does tear it off as Fire goes back through the window to try and get that trade, but it doesn't happen. Rookie and Looney now, last two left standing, split apart, but they should have been working together, and Rookie is allowed to die at the hands of Cody because Looney's just over here watching a window waiting for a jump out. Thank you very much for the follow, Pollen, very much appreciated. Looney jumps in, he's going to spot that player in master bedroom, and he is going to manage to take him down. That's Cody falling. C4 gets pulled, but it's not going to do anything to Looney because he's moved completely away. Gunfire there from the player in the bathroom. Boom is going to push up close onto that window, and as Nomad jumps in, Looney comes off better. Two players left to find. But he doesn't manage to get the kill. He does find the operators, but he doesn't manage to kill them. And Fragile win another round and go to match points. What's happening here? All right, Aviator and Games going to be the third site, the tertiary site for Fragile. Most teams it's the primary site, but for Fragile, primary site it seems. Tertiary site rather. So interesting choice. Sometimes it's good to leave your best site to last. Who knows? Who knows? Because it's that one you can fall back on. You know, if you're in hard times, hey, just go to our best site. Yeah, easy jobs. Easy. But Fragile not needing to worry about it here as Avenger just are not doing a good job on attack, having lost 2 in a row. They've lost 5 rounds in a row now, and this is not good for Avenger. It's looking like this could be their second loss in 2 weeks. And it's not really where Avenger want to be. Now, we have 10 teams. The top 6 teams go into playoffs. The 10th team will get automatically relegated out of the league, and the 9th place team will have to play a relegation match against the 2nd place of the Season 5 qualifier tournament we will hold. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to play out. If Avenger are going to be down there, they still have plenty of chances. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Because as winners go against winners, one of those winners soon becomes a loser. Which means that we should see a decent split, a decent-ish split of points going among the teams here. But we'll find out as the league progresses over the next 4 weeks. As Fletch pushing up here onto the closet, he knows that someone's likely to be coming in that way. There is a drone coming in now.
A bomb has been located.
Under the bed, they know that Fletch is there. Tanjiro's coming around, he's going to pre-fire it. Cody's going to take down Zyklon, and the pre-fire is going to do nothing because Fletch has already moved out of position. If Buck had had a player there working with him, that would have gone a whole lot better, but he didn't, so it didn't. But Zeroni does manage to get one. As Fletch just running around here on the ground floor. His sensitivity nice and high there as C4 gets ripped, but I don't think there's anyone right above it. No, there isn't. Diffuser has been dropped as Cody claims 2 lives. Cundy's got one of his own, and Tanjiro is the last player left standing. And it looks like we are going to have a 7-2 here at the end of this matchup. And this is the lowest score that we have had this season, which isn't that great for Avenger. There we go. It's all over. Bar the end screen. GG's to both teams, but that was a fairly easy win for Fragile, unfortunately. Fairly easy win. F in the chat for them. F in the chat for them.
Fragile V2 wins 7-2.